How I make my honey pork ribs. Honey spicy pork ribs. Yes. Today I'm going to cook my pork ribs. Here's my pork ribs. I cut them. And now I'm going to put in my pan, in my hot pan. Be sure that the pan is hot enough so it will not stick. Oh, I'm using the side master, so that depends. That varies on your pan. So just follow the instructions of your pan. But for the salt master is be sure that the pan is hot enough before you put your meat so it will not stuck. There you go. I'm going to sear my meat first. A little bit fry and turn over. But before I use the meat, I always wash my hands. So observe hygiene. I'm going to turn over my meat. As you can see, the meat didn't stuck because I put it in the right heat, on the right heat. As if you're using salt mustard. There you go. We're going to sear it first to lock the tenderness of the meat. Sear them so the meat is tender inside. There you go. And here I'm going to use honey to make a bit of sweetness. Just like a barbecue. After you fry the both side is fried already. After you fry the both side and it's the side as well. So I'm going to add my, where's my pepper? Now it's done frying the both sides, so I'm going to add chili. And I add my garlic, my onions. So a little bit frying. There you go. There you go. Add the onions. When your onions is fried, when your onions is fried, you can add your ginger and garlic. Yeah. There. Okay, then add your ginger and garlic. When a little bit fried, it's a low fire, so the pan is not burned. So you're going to make the fire and low. A little bit frying. So you can smell when when the onions, the garlic and the ginger is fried. You can smell it. There you go. And as usual, I used to add these things as the paprika. This is hot and sweet and spicy. I'm making a sweet and spicy pork ribs. And then it's my favorite chili powder. When I'm cooking, there's always a chili because it gives flavor. There you go. My turmeric. You put your fire into 1 if you're adding these things so it will not burn. Yes. Because I didn't put oil, so they look a little bit dry because I didn't put any oil. So it's up to you. If you add oil, it's up to you. But for me, I don't add oil, so up to you. And my ground pepper to give more flavors. There you go. And I stirred it with the low fire. If you think that you need to put oil, you can do so. But for me, I don't put any oil. So just if you don't put oil, just put a small fire. But because I put a little bit oil, because my spice will become bittery if I don't put oil. So I put a little bit oil, just a little bit if you like to. Yes, and just put a little bit oil so my spice will not become bittery. And then after that, I mix together and leave it for a while to cook. Cover and cook. Yeah, I cover now and cook. There you go. I put a bit of oil so it's not dry. I put a bit of oil so it's not dry. So it also cook the meat, and then later on I'm going to add honey to make it sweet. So that's the way I make my how to say, is it not barbecue, sweet pork ribs. Because the way if I cook the food, there's no name. So as long as I cook what is inside of my refrigerator, if my husband buy the meat and I just cook it, whatever I can see in the refrigerator. There you go. I'm going to cover my meat until it's tender. When you think it's tender, then you can add the sugar. There you go. I just cover it to cook the meat with low medium fire, or just medium fire is okay. And just twist it to make sure it's properly locked. I'm preparing my honey now. This is a 1 spoon of honey, and add hot water to melt the honey. There you go. Yes, mix it up to melt the honey. Now I'm going back to my ribs. So this is the honey, and I'm going to pour my honey. There you go. And boil for a while until it's sticky. Then honey will give the taste of sweetness to the ribs. So now you'll be having a sweet ribs, sweet spicy ribs. Because as you can see, I put one chili, one big chili there, and I add another chili powder. That's why it's spicy. But if you don't like spicy, no need to add the chili. Now I add the honey, so just make it a little bit cooking for a while until it will be thick. It will make like a gravy. For now, it's like a water, but as you boil it, it will thicken. Preparing my sweet ribs. Cooking my sweet ribs, spicy sweet ribs. There, just wait that the honey is cooked and it will be sticky later. Little bit medium fire. Put to medium. I put to number 4/6. So it's medium. So it will boil. While on the other side is I'm cooking my broccoli vegetable. Broccoli, it's cauliflower. Maybe I can cover for a while. This one I forgot to put mixed spice, so I'm going to add it now. Mixed spice, just a little bit. That's just to give the flavor. Before I hate to add the spice because I thought it's I didn't like the smell. But when I taste it, it's tasty, so I'm now using them even this. I didn't like the smell, so now I'm used to it. So every time I cook the meat, I add spice. But not all vegetables you add. I only add with the cauliflower because it's nice to add spice on the cauliflower. And the cauliflower is a little bit bittery, so those spice will make it not bittery. Here it's now boiling. I add a bit soy sauce because I don't usually put salt, so I add soy sauce. So I add already soy sauce. Yeah. But I add already a while ago, so I forgot to put the video of it. Yes, that's it. That's how I make my sweet pork ribs, honey pork ribs. Now my honey pork ribs is done. That is how I make my honey pork ribs. Honey spicy pork ribs. Yes. So that is ready. Ready to serve. Oh, I'm very hungry. The rice is already cooked. But I'm just waiting for the vegetables to cook, and we have this one. And I need to cook the fish as well. Well, at the moment, I'm not going to cook the show how to make the fish first. So that is my honey spicy pork ribs. The secret is low fire. Always have a low fire so the taste is good. Now I'm going to off the fire now. But now I'm going to cook the fish. That's how I make my spicy honey pork ribs.